Hi, first grade. Are you ready for another day of good citizens? I hope so. Okay, our target is still I can identify individuals or people who have shown good citizenship. But today we're going to see how can you also show those same characteristics of good citizenship. Now, we've been talking a lot about what does it mean to be a good citizen, like following the rules, listening to your teacher, helping your community, okay? And remember, we've been learning about different individuals throughout history who have been really good examples of good citizens. I want to go ahead and review some of those people that we have talked about and the good citizenship trait that they showed. Okay, here are some of the good citizens that we talked about. One of the first people we talked about was Harriet Tubman. Here's a picture of her in case you forgot what she looked like. Harriet Tubman was a great citizen. She showed extreme bravery. Do you remember what she did? That's right. She was a part of the Underground Railroad. She showed extreme bravery by continuing to help people who were enslaved in the South move their way up to the North and parts of Canada so that they could have freedom. She never gave up, even when it was tough. And even when she was free, she kept fighting for other people. I don't know about you, but that would take a lot of bravery. I don't know if I could do what Harriet Tubman did. She was an amazing citizen. How many of you think that you have some bravery? I bet you do. I bet you do have some bravery. So when you think of being a good citizen, it's important to think just like Harriet Tubman, I can show bravery. Okay. Next, we have Booker T. Washington. Here he is sitting right here, and he's even reading some books. I remember he was very, very smart, okay? And he wanted everybody to be treated equally. He wanted to have equal rights so that he could go to college just like everybody else. So he worked his whole life to make sure that people could have equal rights. He was even invited to have dinner with a president. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. One of the really and most important things Booker T. Washington did was he fought for fairness and equality. He was a great citizen because he always showed those traits. He treated people equally. It didn't matter what they looked like or where they came from or anything like that. What mattered was their character and how good of a citizen that they were. So, just like Booker T. Washington, I want you to think, how can I show fairness? How can I treat people equally? That would be a really good thing for a good citizen to do. Then we learned about Eleanor Roosevelt. Do you remember that book about the hot dog and the picnics? That was really funny. You know what is so cool? Eleanor Roosevelt was not the president, but she still worked really hard to make sure that everybody was treated with kindness. And no matter where she went, she was always showing people kindness. Oh my goodness. You know what? That sounds like a really good citizen to me. I want you to think Eleanor showed kindness by inviting the king and queen and putting on this amazing picnic for them. She showed kindness by always fighting for women's rights and helping her husband when he wasn't able to do his job. Hmm, how can you show kindness? Think about it for a minute. Oh, don't raise your hand, just think about it. Yeah, there's a lot of ways we can show kindness. In fact, we're going to talk tomorrow about a bunch of ways we can show kindness. It's really important for good citizens to show kindness. Wait, we talked about some more. Let's keep going. So, Harriet Tubman showed bravery, Booker T. Washington showed fairness, and Eleanor Roosevelt showed kindness. Let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Helen Keller. Wow. She could not see with her eyes. She couldn't talk because she couldn't hear. Oh my goodness. You know what? If that happened to me, I might just give up. But did Helen Keller give up? No. Remember this fancy word you've been hearing your teachers say? Perseverance. Perseverance. That's when you don't give up. You keep going. You keep working. Do you know, sometimes there's going to be stuff that happens in life that's just not fair or that's just really tough. It's important for a good citizen to not give up, just like Helen Keller, to show some perseverance. I want you to think for a minute. How could you show some perseverance? Hmm, maybe if you're reading a book and it's really, really tricky, sometimes it's easier to just quit. But we know that a good citizen would show perseverance and keep going and keep trying. Or maybe you have a math test and it's really tricky. You need to show that perseverance. Think of Helen Keller. Oh, George Washington, not washing machine. Oh, that was a funny video, wasn't it? We learned a lot about George Washington. He was a great leader. In fact, he was the first leader of the United States. That's right, he was our first president. You know what? He also had to show bravery by leading soldiers into battle. Wow, could not do that. But he was a leader about it. He wasn't bossing people around. He went with them and showed them how to do it, and people respected him. He showed us what it meant to be a good citizen, and he showed us what it meant to have good leadership. How could you have good leadership? What are some things you could do at home, school, or the community that would be a good leader? Hmm, I don't think pushing people around would be a good leader, but maybe offering to help if someone's hurt, that would be a good leader. That's a really good thing for a good citizen to do. Oh, and we learned about Misty Copeland. Look at her right here dancing as her ballerina. Oh my goodness, she is so talented. And you know what? She had to have a lot of hard work and good work ethic to get where she is today. Do you think she could just snap her fingers and poof, be the prima ballerina? No, she had to work hard. Raise your hand if you're a hard worker. I hope everyone raised their hands. It is so important as a first grader and as a good citizen to have hard work. And that kind of goes in with perseverance is you don't want to give up. Even if something gets tough, you want to make sure you're showing hard work. Think, what are some things you could do to show that you're a hard worker? Oh, maybe I could do my assignments when my teacher asks me. That would be a really good one. There's a lot of things. Oh, we don't want to share them all right now. That's okay. Keep them in your head because you're going to need them. You know what? I have a great idea. I know what we're going to do. Here is a paper and it says good citizenship writing. Okay. But before you even start writing, I want you to pick one of these good citizens. Maybe Harriet Tubman and her bravery. Maybe Booker T. Washington and his fairness. Eleanor Roosevelt and her kindness. Helen Keller and her perseverance, George Washington and his leadership, Misty Copeland and her hard work. I want you to pick one. Pick the one person that you think you can relate to. That means who's the one person you think you can also be a good citizen like them, okay? And in this box, I want you to draw a picture of them and you. We're just going to pretend like we're here together, okay? So I want you to draw a picture of them and you. You guys can be doing something showing your good citizenship. And hey, make sure you label your picture, okay? Then here's your writing. You have a big blank right here, and underneath it, it says who. You're going to tell me which good citizen did you choose. You could say Misty Copeland showed hard work. I can show hard work when and tell me, how can you show hard work? Or maybe you're going to pick Booker T. Washington. You might say, Booker T. Washington showed fairness. I can show fairness when and tell me, when can you show fairness? You get to pick whichever good citizen you want. In the blanks, you need to tell me, who did you pick? The character trait they showed, and how are you also going to show that character trait of being a good citizen, okay? Make sure you are sounding your words out. If it's a name, it definitely needs a capital letter, okay? If you are in your classroom, your teacher will have a paper copy for you. If not, that is totally okay because this is all going to be on Seesaw for you. Make sure you push the green check mark when you're done and keep being a good citizen.